Good morning, I'm Jeff. I'm a sewer tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 805 Northwest Angeline Avenue here in Gresham. We're located on the left side of the home. We've got a 4-inch cast iron cleanout. Looks like it's just got a 3-inch ABS cap on it. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. Here we go. I just went and double checked that the kitchen sink's running. It's been running for a while now. Hopefully the water ties in here in a moment. Alright, so I'm almost all the way to the street curb. This transition point right here is at the street. Transitions over to schedule 3034 PVC pipe here. And it's at 57 feet. I still do not have any water flow on camera. And I've had the kitchen sink running now for probably 10 minutes. It might have finally just caught up there. And it transitions to concrete pipe here at 65 feet. come through terribly strong. Anyway, we're okay, located the camera head here out in the street, looking up the road to see where the manhole is. It looks like where the camera head stops, which is about a foot further in front here, we're about 2 or 3 feet away from the main lateral, so made it almost all the way there. We're going to let the line continue to drain out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start reeling back the camera. Line's pretty much drained all the way out. We had a toilet flush go through here a little bit ago, so that's probably what we're seeing there trailing off. I'm not exactly sure what's protruding through the top of this joint here. I don't know if that's sealant from when they installed the line, or if it's very odd looking. It almost looks like tar coming down through the joint there. That is out in the city's part of the line there. I'm going to go ahead and locate right here at the transition. Okay, and right here at 65 feet where it transitions over to concrete pipe, this is right at the street curb where the curb meets the street. So from this point out is the city's responsibility. And what's protruding down from that joint there wasn't affecting the flow at all. It doesn't look entirely like roots. It looks like some sealant of some sort has kind of drooped down from the joint, but it's not impeding the flow. A little bit of settling has occurred here just after entry into the sewer line. The water level is right. It's right around 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch of standing water, and it's pretty clean and clear of debris, of any at all. In fact, there's a lot of people that live in this house, actively lived in. If this were catching debris as it was coming through, it would be very apparent by debris buildup. So for that reason, I'm not going to recommend repairing that. I would just make sure, whenever you've got any standing water at all, you want to make sure you don't put things down the line that shouldn't go down there. Paper towels, grease, giant wads of toilet paper, stuff like that. Stuff that shouldn't go down the line anyway. They tend to hang up even easier when you've got some standing water. I'm going to do a test here. I'm going to run some water from that kitchen sink again and see how long it takes for it to catch up to the camera here, only at about 20 feet out. Okay, the kitchen sink is being turned on right now. Okay, and now we finally have water flow here on camera, it looks like, from the kitchen sink. That took about 3.5 minutes to make it here, which is very slow. I usually, about the longest it takes generally for water to make it to the camera is around 30 seconds to a minute. So I'm not sure if there's some issue going on prior to the clean out with the way that the line's arranged. I don't know if it's just going through a ton of sewer pipe before reaching the clean out, or yeah, it just barely looks like the water's even turned on right now. And I really don't have any water flow here. It looked like there was water flow there for a moment. Alright, I went ahead and turned the sink off. It had been running there for 4 minutes without really any water flow at all catching up to the camera. We're going to do a toilet flush from the bathroom. We're going to see how long it takes for that to reach the camera head here. We just flushed it. Alright, and that's getting through the line there pretty darn quickly. So it looks like, and talking to the home inspector, there's a lot of water building up in the crawl space. It does appear that the kitchen sink does have a leak. I don't know, it sounds like the pipe is kind of buried under the ground. There's a lot of water over the top of it, so it's hard for the inspector to get to it. But I would recommend a licensed plumber get out here and correct the issue, because it doesn't look like basically any drop of water from that kitchen sink is getting through the sewer line. We had it running for almost 5 minutes and no water came through. So that's the toilet flush. It took about 10 seconds for that to reach the camera head here. So it does appear that there's some kind of drainage issue on the kind of the back side of the home, at least from the kitchen sink. I'm going to go ahead and reel the camera back. As far as the line itself goes, all the pipe on property is in good shape. Line is functioning all the way out to the street. But I would definitely get the drainage issue figured out, because there's a lot of water unaccounted for. Or it looks like it's ending up in the crawl space, so there's some kind of leak going on.